A large portion of the world's energy needs are now provided by the unrestricted use of fossil fuels. However, because of the inevitable extinction of these energy sources, as well as the environmental and social difficulties connected with their use, a recent shift has been to replace conventional fuels with a renewable energy source.
On Earth, the element carbon is present all around us. Carbon can be found in rocks, sediments, the ocean, and inside living organisms. Carbon is also naturally released back into the Earth's atmosphere. This important process, called the carbon cycle, was a balanced system until it became unbalanced by human activity, which started during the Industrial Revolution. Currently, there is an exponential rate of dispersion of greenhouse gas emissions, such as carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide. The major contributors to these mass emissions include China, USA, Russia, Germany, and the United Kingdom. According to our world data, approximately 73% of global emissions come from the energy usage of transport, industries, and cities. The demand for energy continuously risks the lives of future generations. It requires a serious approach to achieve sustainable goals for all countries. The United Nations enhances international unity to achieve sustainable energy and holds countries accountable, adding on a recent indicator of international flows. Evidently, there is much needed support required for all countries, especially developing, to globally achieve sustainability goals. This includes international and domestic banks approving substantial loans with low interest, cooperations between different stakeholders, implementation of new or changed government policies to allow for easement of renewable energy growth.
Biofuel is a great alternative to fossil fuels with a 15 to 18% carbon footprint reduction. Brazil is globally known for its contribution to bioethanol production through its sugarcane crops. Sugarcane has a high fuel yield, making it more efficient and environmentally safe. As Brazil has more available and sufficient land for sugarcane growth, it is one of the largest exporters of sugarcane. In 2019, Brazil produced 37.38 billion litres of ethanol, 96% of which was produced with sugarcane, amongst its 350 sugarcane ethanol plants. On the other hand, Africa is just one of the many developing countries continuing to use polluting cooking fuels that contribute to the high levels of greenhouse gas emissions impacting our environment. And so, as sugarcane bioethanol is the most cost-effective biofuel to produce, introducing production into Africa will bring about more benefits to resolve current environmental as well as economic issues. This will help push towards reducing carbon emissions and help achieve the goal of creating more access to clean cooking fuels. The benefits of introducing bioethanol production into Africa would include expansion of agriculture, increased production of sugar and ethanol, creating more economic opportunities, and an increased access to cleaner cooking fuels.
There's been extensive research and tests done that look into different forms of bacteria, archaeon, and plants that have the ability to convert cellulose into ethanol and other forms of energy. One company in Canada has performed research on the fungus Trichoderma ricci and its ability to produce large amounts of cellulase. This company has harnessed the fungus's ability to produce cellulase to convert straw into glucose. They genetically modified the fungus to produce even more cellulase, which then caused 75% of the straw fibers to convert into sugar. The glucose produced was then fermented with yeast to produce the biofuel ethanol. The leftover woody matter from the conversion is known as linen, which can then be used to make up linocellulose. Linocellulose is a mixture of linen, cellulose, and hemicellulose, which is used to produce cellulose ethanol, which can also be used as an energy source. Linen is found in the cell wall and is the glue that holds cellulose fibers together, as well as gives rigidity to plants. The remaining byproduct of linen can also be burnt off. Energy delivery and consumption must be made more efficient in order to reduce energy deprivation. Pricing strategy, supported by stronger social protection, must drive the delivery of services. Grants, if continued, must be narrowly targeted at the poor. Technological advancement is lowering the cost of renewable energy, specifically solar and wind energy, thereby exposing the potential for unnecessary hydrocarbons. According to the International Energy Agency, implementing all existing regulations and newly stated proclamations will cut the world's energy intensity by 1.8% per year between 2010 to 2035, compared to the 1% during 1980 to 2010. Improvements in efficiency can reduce energy requirements, which is in low supply in many nations. As you can see, attaining clean and affordable energy cannot be tackled by one person, nor one company, nor one country. It is a global problem and needs the unity of countries, communities, and individuals to do our part
and make the right choice daily to save our planet. From small government changes, such as recycling and switching to renewable energy sources, to international, governments and countries working together to aid fundings of investments into domestic renewable sources and development projects for a more sustainable and clean future.